Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I'm actually doing a Call of Duty video, which is pretty odd because I've pretty much left the Call of Duty community at this point, if I'm being honest. Like, I really wanted to come back and make Call of Duty content in Modern Warfare 2, but I just don't honestly enjoy the game, and I don't really see myself at this point ever really enjoying a new Call of Duty game enough to actually make content on it again. So, however, there was one Call of Duty project out there that I was extremely excited for, and I actually remember making a video about this a while back, you know, when they were even just doing some of the basic showcases a while back before they even had made as much progress as they had. But you may know about sm2, which is a Call of Duty fan-made project that was essentially setting out to be the ultimate fan-made ultimate Call of Duty game, right? Where it was going to have tons of different iconic weapons, tons of iconic maps, all your favorite game modes, the like penultimate Call of Duty experience all mashed together into one as a fan-made project that people would be able to play and enjoy. Well, unfortunately, after 2 years of being worked on and being hyped up, sm2 has been sent a cease and desist letter by Activision, basically meaning that Activision has legally threatened them with litigation if they continue the sm2 project, and obviously being a fan-made project, it doesn't have enough backing to go against the legal team of Activision Blizzard, which is one of the biggest gaming company conglomerates out there. So, as of today, one of the most anticipated, biggest fan-made Call of Duty projects of all time has been basically assassinated by Activision, and a lot of people are absolutely pissed off because if you're like me, you were really looking forward to sm2. For me, I mean, I don't really get the same enjoyment or fun out of the newer Call of Duty games that we've gotten in previous titles. I mean, the golden age of Call of Duty was an absolutely phenomenal time to play Call of Duty, and that's what sm2 strived to basically recreate slash bring back to the community. So there's a lot of speculation on what it was specifically that caused Activision to basically send this cease and desist so late, right? Because like I said, they've been working on this for 2 years now, and there's a lot of other fan-made projects out there like IW4X and Plutonium that allow people to play Call of Duty assets and Activision assets. Why exactly did sm2 get targeted? So in this video, I want to talk about why Activision did what they did, why they have the legal grounds to do it, but I also want to talk about why this is a completely moronic decision by Activision, and realistically it's one that splinters them away from their community even more and does nothing but actually kill hype for a franchise that Activision is already desperately attempting to keep alive and on top. So the likely reason from what I'm seeing as to why sm2 was suddenly sent this cease and desist is their decision to switch engines. So a few weeks ago, they had announced that they were moving away from IW4, which is the original Modern Warfare 2 engine, and they were going to be moving to H1, which was the Modern Warfare Remastered engine. Now, obviously, both of these engines are owned by studios and teams that work for Activision, making them Activision's intellectual property. Now, Activision didn't really seem to care enough when it was on IW4 because obviously that is like a 20-year-old engine damn near at this point. They are never going to use it again. They will never have to really ever use that ever again. So the fact that it was being used, you know, it's not a huge deal, but moving to the H1 engine, which is a much more modern engine that I guess hypothetically could be used by Activision somewhere down the line, not even to mention in direct point to basically build a competitor to Call of Duty's newer titles off of Activision's assets, it basically meant that Activision saw that move too much as a threat. And of course, after it happened, they got the cease and desist. And so, yeah, it's basically done now. Now, Activision was within their legal right pretty much to do this, and legally speaking, they are technically in the right. Now, obviously, a lot of people in the community don't see them as being in the right, but this team was building a direct competitor to new line Call of Duty games that are already struggling for Activision, and they were doing it with Activision's assets. Like, they were clearly within their right legally to do this, but obviously to the community, this is a much larger blow than it actually appears to be, because for a lot of us, this was the Call of Duty project that we've been looking forward to. This is what we want to play. And while that's not going to happen now, I understand that. It's very unfortunate because I really wanted to enjoy this game and play it and get gameplay for my videos on it and really use it as an opportunity to stay in the Call of Duty community. But I mean, well, it is what it is, right? Like this kind of stuff happens with fan-made projects sometimes and it sucks. But in my opinion, this is a dumber move for Activision Blizzard than it really appears to be. Like, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, the legal right, oh, the legal right. I get that. But this is bad for Activision for a multitude of reasons. Number one, the public relations with the community is already at an all-time low. I mean, The studios don't communicate with the fans. People are pissed off about the direction of Call of Duty. Activision has been losing players significantly over the last few years. Realistically, the franchise is still selling well, but it's flatlining. It really is. If it keeps going in this direction for very long, I don't see it doing well. A project like SM2 is something that helps keep the community together and keep people playing. And I mean, we see the fan love for this kind of project, the desire for a Call of Duty game like this. If you're Activision, in my opinion, you don't go smacking this to the ground and destroying it. You try to implement it somehow into your strategy. Like, you're telling me Activision doesn't have the money to hire these guys working on this project into their studios and integrating them into their teams? Like, these people are clearly passionate about the game. These people clearly have the technical knowledge to work with even Activision's own engines, right? And they know what makes a Call of Duty game fun, and they have that OG, like, fan base experience. Why would it be a bad idea to bring them on board, train them under your standards, and get them working on your games? I mean, there's so many complaints about the developers now. There's so many complaints about these studios. Why not bring in some fresh blood that actually loves the franchise and knows what they're doing, you know? Like, we've seen people in modding communities go on to work in the gaming industry, and we've seen stories like that of it successfully working. And if you're Activision, right, you look at a project like this, you see the fan interest around it, make a Call of Duty game like this, you know? Instead of going around and beating the shit out of the community that loves your game and knocking down fan projects where people are simply trying to expand the love and passion around your gaming community, actually do something to bring it on board. Do something to get yourself involved. Build goodwill with your audience. Actually bring them projects that they love and are excited for. I mean, for instance, I want to bring up a game, I don't know, a lot of people may have already forgotten about it, but Sonic Mania. This game came out in 2017. The development team for Sonic Mania was actually built up of members who had worked in the Sonic fan game community and in the ROM hacking community. So people who were really passionate and did shit in the fan base, right? In the community, behind the scenes. Like the people at SM2, right? So they took these people, they built a development team from them. They released Sonic Mania in August 2017. It was the highest rated Sonic game in 15 years. It was seen as something that helped revitalize the franchise, and it sold over 1 million copies in a year. I mean, there are success stories of people in these communities going to work for studios like this and building games like this, and them being successful. If you took a project like this and put the Call of Duty name behind it, and actually put your studios and their manpower behind it, you could build incredible projects and you could make Call of Duty games that are incredibly successful. But instead of doing that, Call of Duty wants to keep shitting out the same slop every single year. And I mean, I was excited when they announced that they were going to go to the every other year cycle. You know, they weren't going to release Call of Duty yearly anymore because they wanted to focus on actually developing the games into the best product they could be. They wanted to build the Call of Duty universe out and flesh it out more. And then guess what? Now the leaks are suggesting that this year they've already abandoned that idea that they started just last year, and they're going to be releasing a sequel to Modern Warfare 2 this year with shitty zombies, probably rushed by the studios, and just a direct sequel to the game we got last year, right? Like, yep, that's what the Call of Duty fan base wanted. That's what everybody was hyped up for. That's the type of shit everybody wants to play. We want to play a continuation of the same game we got last year that most of the community doesn't really fuck with in the first place. We don't want to play the really cool Call of Duty game that has all our favorite maps, all our favorite weapons, all these camos and stuff to grind for, actually good matchmaking, you know, like actually fun modes to play, right? Like, we wouldn't want to play that. We wouldn't want to play the Call of Duty game we've actually all been asking for fucking 10 years now. We want to play the really shitty slop out, you know, microtransaction market. That's what we want to play. Maybe we can also play the Warzone mode that has been completely destroyed and is completely shitty compared to OG Warzone, which its holdback was hackers, but even now it's just not good. So it's like, what the fuck, dude? You know, like Activision, it seems like every time they get an opportunity, they shoot themselves in the foot when they have a chance to do something really cool and like actually do something like that helps the community out too, right? So now, obviously, SM2 is probably never going to release. I don't really see a way in which this will ever, you know, be able to circumvent that fucking cease and desist. I don't see Activision really caring about the public backlash. This is a company that has been completely getting destroyed publicly for like the last half decade, and well, I mean, let's be real. What exactly have they done to show that they really have given a fuck in any of those circumstances, right? So I feel like people on both sides of this situation really misunderstand things. There's the people who are like really supporting SM2, you know, oh fuck Activision, they didn't have the right to do this. They did. They had the right to do it. Was it the right decision? Not in my opinion. I feel like there's much better opportunities that could have been really taken. But I mean, yes, they were within their right to do it. Now, SM2, you know, did they deserve to have their fan-made project completely destroyed? And, you know, to be shit on, basically, by a company that they love the products of? No, these people are extremely passionate about Call of Duty. They're not even really doing this for money. From my understanding, these people weren't going to be profiting off of SM2. It was going to be like a free, kind of like free-to-play game, I guess, that you could play. It wasn't going to be something, you know, you go on a website and buy. They were just making a fan-made free-to-play project with Call of Duty's assets on a newer Call of Duty engine, and that got them in trouble with Activision. These people love Call of Duty. They wanted to build the ultimate Call of Duty experience that the fan base wants and has been asking for. I don't believe they deserve to be vilified. I don't think they deserve to be made out to be some sort of hardcore criminal pieces of shit or something. These are good people that just wanted to make, you know, gaming a better place. And I commend people like that. I commend people like the SM2 team that put their necks out on the line and dedicate a load of their personal time, you know, to building projects like this, because I'm certain that these guys probably were treating this like a full-time job. The amount of progress that they had made was actually incredible. Like the showcases that they have even available on their YouTube channel, which I don't know if these will continue to be up, like it looked really great and it looked like it was going to be a fun, very nice Call of Duty project. But like I said, man, shit happens, things go down, and well, you can't avoid legality. So I guess this is a big rest in peace to the SM2 project. Hopefully Activision realizes their mistake, and I wish that, you know, the pipe dream of them doing something with the project and making this actually something that could come out would happen, but I mean, it's just probably not going to happen. Very unfortunate though. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about the SM2 project and signing out.